Auction time. This is the 6Q series auction, the 6Q01. I made most of this on video, but I finished it off camera. Hold on. There's a leaf blower in the background, and I closed the door, but there's not enough light. So I opened it again. So let's see. I did most of this on video, but I finished it this morning with pressure flaking all the way around to make it more symmetrical, to make it sharper, although it's just picked. It's not sharpened in the best way that I can. I just picked at it to get all the dull spots off. I ground it down right here and down below, so it's kind of a paleo point. Okay? Just thinning flakes, no fluting. Just, I should say, multiple narrow thinning flakes, not a single flute. Okay? A flute is a thinning flake, but it's usually just a single one. This is multiple thinning flakes that are narrow, not wide. Okay. Anyway, interesting material to look at, but difficult to nap. It is opaque black obsidian. Not translucent at all, except a little bit around the edges, which is pretty typical of most material that's opaque. It is translucent on the very edges where it's sharp. But yeah, I like the look of this. It looks like black butter, but it's not quite as good as some of the black butter that I have worked in the past. This one is a little more crunchy and difficult to sharpen. There are other ways to sharpen other than picking at it. I could have beveled it, but I didn't. And yeah, some of the paleo points are beveled. Or late paleo, like the beginning of the Dalton phase and stuff like that. But I think some other actual lanceolate points were beveled, sharpened. I think Barber, or I can't remember now. One of the other ones were beveled. And they were paleo. Okay. Oh yeah. What is the length on this piece? 4 3/8 by 1 5/8. Yeah. I got it kind of thin. It's, I say kind of because I didn't get it thin everywhere. I got it thin up here, but here I left it thicker. I like to leave it thicker down near the stem area. Anyways, makes it a little bit easier to deal with, especially when you want to see the nice thinning flakes. If you got a lot of meat in here, the thinning flakes show up pretty good. Okay. Oops. 6Q02, Danish Flint. I did this on video. Yeah. 4 1/8 by 2 1/16. Translucent Danish Flint. Yeah, see that? It's really cool. I'll be working some more of this, but I don't have many large pieces, so I'm going to be doing like arrowheads with one long barb on it, transverse arrowheads, arrowheads that have parallel flaking, hollow base arrowheads and stuff like that in the future with this Danish Flint that I got from a friend of mine. Yep. All right. 6Q03. This one I did on video. The whole thing on video. Okay. This is a Texas heat treat. Root beerish looking stuff. It is translucent. It's not the reddish root beer, so that's why I call it root beer-ish, because it's kind of a, It's not quite as red as some of the root beer Flint or Chert. Now, it's got a lump on this side, but I didn't take it out because I was worried that it would do this the whole time. It would just step because it's inconsistent. This material here was kind of crunchy. Yeah. But yeah, I could probably take another flake in here, readjust the profile, make it more narrow up here a little bit, lose maybe a little bit of length, shooting flakes in from different areas. But I just left it. It took me an hour and a half just to make that. I did start out with a kind of a clunky piece, but I will be getting into doing more regular flaking, patterned flaking. Yeah, this does have what they call collateral, but it's not perfect. I mean, it's just crude collateral flaking. But I tried to shoot in flakes and balance the number of flakes from each side, but it didn't work out all that good. All right, so a 3 1/4 inches long by almost 1.5 inches. It is ground down here. I can't remember the name of it. I just looked at it. Hell gap. Yeah, it's a hell gap point. Okay. 6Q04. I did this one completely off camera. It's a clay arrowhead. Not made out of clay. It's named clay. Translucent. This, I think, is... Oh, gosh, now I don't remember. I think it's a raw piece of Georgia Flint River Chert. I think it is raw. I had some trouble with it. I had to get really aggressive. Luckily, the clay points have a constriction right here, so I can start pretty wide, and if it gives me trouble, I can really drive in some risky flakes to try to clear us up in the middle. That's what I did. I ended up getting really lucky with these 2 flakes to clean that up because it was developing an island in the middle. Yeah. I like the whole profile of the clay point. It's one of my favorites. Yeah. I really do like that whole design. And yeah, it could be a knife or a projectile point. To me, I'd use it as a knife because it just looks cool. And of course, you can hang it on your neck too. The stem is conducive to hanging as a pendant. All right, so 3 5/8 long by 2 inches, about 2 inches across the barbs, right? But they're like clipped barbs. Okay, sharpened all the way around. This one is pretty sharp. I like the way the raw material feels when it's sharp. Yeah. 6Q05. This one I made off camera as well. Piece of root beerish like stuff. I think it's from the same batch as that hell gap. Yeah, these are the same batch. This one has more cortex though. Translucent except for that. Well, this was just below the cortex, so it's not technically cortex. It naps actually fairly well. Yeah. I was surprised I could nap through that, and it was just under the cortex. Usually this is all chalky on this kind of root beer, but not this time. It was nappable, and I got it to thin down. So what would I call this? I call this a Marshall. Although the notching probably should be more of an expanding or straight instead of curving upward. I just like the way it looks when it curves upward a little bit. So it could be an art piece or it could be a Marshall, either one. Or maybe even a Ellis or Edgewood, I don't know. Yeah, I like this material. This one is a heat treat, by the way. Yeah, probably why this was not so bad as far as nappability goes. I think this was a piece of heat treat. Pretty sure, yeah. Okay. I measured it, right? Yeah. All right, last but not least, 6Q06. Box of bifaces and brooks and a flake. I was going to make a biface out of this silver sheen, but I didn't. You guys can try it out. Give you a chance to try it out. I was working some Flint River, Georgia Flint River. This is a heat treat, and as luck would have it, I was having fun with it. And when I start to have fun, I break them. Yeah, so I can't enjoy it. Unfortunately, I gotta suffer, or it won't give me nothing. 3 3/8 long for that flake. You can make 2 points out of it, yeah. Or glue it back together and say, or I don't know what you can say about it once you glue it together. Yeah, I would make 2 points out of it. This one I did a bite. I took a bite out of it, and it wasn't going that great, so I said, meh. It's broken. Yeah. I hit it really, really hard on that side, and I said, man, I need to fix that. It didn't go all the way, so I tried another one really, really hard. I took a bite out. So I said, no, I can see where this is going. It's going to get really narrow or really tiny, so I'll let someone else mess with it. 4 3/4 or thereabouts. I think this one is raw. This is a heat treat, I think. Yeah, this is a heat treat, but this is raw. These are both Flint River, Georgia chert. There's just different types. This is the swirl type, and this is the butterscotch. And I think this is raw butterscotch, which is not that bad to nap. It's just finicky, as usual. I got 2 pieces of triple flow of different types. This has got more red. The red in here is more red than the red in this one, right? And this one might have a little bit of sheen in the red part. This one is just solid red. And this one's got little bubbles. Yeah, but they're both triple flow. Okay, so they're going to be good. Good to nap. See, they got clear areas. See that? That one's pretty cool. This one here. And this one, same thing, but a little bit different. Okay? See that? I consider these high-grade obsidians. Okay? It's not like the regular mahogany. Nope, not at all. Okay, what is this? A banded obsidian? Yeah, banded. See the banding? And I think I did this on video. That's the last thing I did on video last night. Yeah. Right, I was napping this one and this one. What else did I nap on that video? It doesn't matter. You can see these on video. Now, this is not broken. I just lost my patience with it because I'm going to break it. When I lose my patience with it, being really, really careful not to break it, if I keep messing with it, I will break it. So I'm not going to keep messing with it. You can see this all on video. This one is 7 5/8 by 2 1/4. Yeah. I'll let you guys mess with it. Is it translucent in any way? Not really. It just has a sheen to it. Is this one? Yeah, this one's banded. It's got some translucency. All right. There you go. It'll all fit in this box. I'm going to reinforce that box. If I can't reinforce it somehow, I'm going to put it in a different box. But I think I can. See, lately, if shipping large blades like this has been dicey, especially around the holidays. They might step on the box and whatnot. I'll make sure I reinforce this box somehow or send it in a stronger box. It might even end up being sent in a medium flat rate so I can really pad it well. But we'll see what happens. Okay. Alrighty. Rules. These are my cheat notes. There's a better description of the rules below in the description box. There will be an auction every Monday. Yep. Sometimes I'm late, but there will be an auction every Monday, and the auction always closes at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's not a live auction. Okay, I just post a video. You guys can bid on it, and then at 9 o'clock I do a hard closing, 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, look at my previous auctions to see how it works. That's the best thing I can tell you. Bid in the comment section or reply section. If you cannot comment or reply, you will not be able to bid. That's obvious. I can bid for you only as a last resort. I will not bid for you closer than 5 minutes prior to the close of the auction. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory. Bid in one or more of my, or bid under one or more of my pre-populated comments. Please always include the item number if you are not sure you have placed your bid under the proper comment or in the correct spot. All right, so yeah, just look at my previous auctions and look in the comment sections and look how everyone is commenting. Their comments are their bids. Their bids are their comments. They're also called replies. Okay, same thing. Just look to see how that works. Please include the item number if you're not quite sure that you've put your bid in the right spot. Okay. Otherwise, you can just put a number like 35 as a comment. That's 35. That means $35. All right. We all know what that means. I'll figure it out. I will like your comment if I see it. Okay. The reason why I'm putting this in here and hitting your comments with a like is because that's the only way that you know that I see your comment. Now, if I can't see your comment, you're not going to get a little like on it. And then you should start worrying, going, he didn't see my comment. But don't wait 5 seconds. Give me some time, especially at the beginning of the auction. Give me some time to respond. Like sometimes it takes up to 2 hours for me to get back to the video to check because I got other things to do during the day. But I'll try to check every 30 minutes. And then as the time approaches the end of the auction, I check every minute. Okay? I will heart your comment if you win. Okay? If you don't see a like on your comment or bid, as the time approaches the end of the auction, that means I cannot see your comment or bid. Okay? So if I haven't liked your comment and you're getting worried and it's like 8 p.m. or 7 p.m., it's getting close to the time of 9 p.m. Eastern, ask me just with a question. Do you see this comment? And then wait. If I don't respond to that one either, that means I can't see your comments. And yeah, YouTube gets quirky like that. You're going to have to get on someone else's computer or someone else's phone or restart your device or something like that. Or even open up a separate YouTube account and then bid. Do something that will change your access to the comment section. And you may be able to fix it. It's usually on your end, all right? So that's why I'm saying that. But yeah, if you can't bid and you want to bid, I can try to bid for you, okay? All right. And I will heart your comment if you win. That's the only response you'll get, is a heart on your winning bid. Okay? If you suspect that your bid is not seen, try to comment with, did you see my bid or something like that. If I don't respond, I can't see your bids. Yeah, I already went over that. I used to cut and paste a response into the comment section for the winners. It says, you won item da-da-da for such and such a price. Please email me your information. But YouTube is cracking down on cut and paste comments. So every time I try to cut and paste into my own comment section, I get banned from commenting because YouTube thinks I'm spamming. Yeah. So all I do is a heart on your winning bid. Okay, so just be on the lookout for that. Okay? All right. Try not to bid at the last minute. Yeah, everyone knows. Just don't try not to do it. I mean, sometimes you have to if there's a bidding, active bidding. Everyone bids a lot. And often you're going to have to, bid at the last minute. There's no way to get around it. And I got to try to decide who won. I'm using YouTube's time tracker to see who won. YouTube puts a little timestamp on your comment. That's what I use to decide who won. If YouTube says you're late, you're late. And even if you and I both know you're on time, you can tell time. I know you can tell time, but YouTube's time tracker may be off by about 1 or 2 minutes. And if it says you're late, you're late. So that's another hazard for bidding at the last minute. The other hazard is people don't like it. Yeah, they don't like to get sniped. So just try not to bid at the last minute. All right. Shipping is free in the U.S. International shipping will have a cost of $10 or $20 depending on the weight. I will provide tracking numbers. Yeah. In any case, everything that I send out has a tracking number, and I use the post office. Even though they may start changing things around, I just heard some bad news about post office losing a ton of money. Well, we'll see. I don't have anything against using UPS or that kind of thing if post office doesn't work out. But for now, I'm using the post office. For payments, I accept PayPal, PayPal.me, Venmo, Cash App, checks, or money orders. And I may start sending out invoices again, depending if I can get it to work. Okay? The auction ends at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. But pay attention to your time zone because it ends at 8 Central or 7 Mountain or 6 Pacific. All right? It ends at different times depending on where you live. If you're on Eastern Time, then the auction ends at 9 for you. And it ends at 8 Central for you if you live in Central Time and so on. Okay? I will begin announcing winners at 9:01 p.m. Eastern. I will hit the heart button if you win. This is the only notification you'll receive. Please keep an eye on your comments and bids. Okay? My email is jackcrafty2@gmail.com. If you are new, please email me your name and address if you win. Okay? And your real name if it's different from your YouTube name, and any other information I need to send this to you. Okay? All right. That's today's or this week's items. I hope you liked this week's items. You can make recommendations for what you might want to see or bid on, and I will take those under advisement. Alrighty? Okay. Good luck.